So we've made it to the penultimate region on the home stretch now. Galar is probably my third favourite out of all the gens. I love the Pokemon here. Like Alola, there's going to be a lot of S tiers. I don't think there's going to be anything below as C. There's not even going to be many C tiers, to be honest. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of S's and a lot of A's and a lot of B's. I did have to get rid of all of the alchemy forms. I'm not ranking these individually because, well, why do you think? But yeah, let's just start. Grookey was actually my first ever starter because Sword and Shield was my first game. And while it's admittedly probably my least favourite starter from this gen now, I still like it. It's not a bad starter by any means. This is a beta. It's still cute. I like the colours here. I like the little bits of brown on the ears and stuff. Yeah, solid. I like it. Thwacky, same realm. Usually I don't think I would like the way it stands up, but here it's not as jarring because it's an ape. So yeah, I think that's still beta. It's about the same as Grookey, to be honest. There's not much has changed. Rillaboom is an interesting one. I think that's an A tier actually, because I used to really like it, then it kind of fell off for me, but now it's grown on me again. Competitively, obviously it's a beast. Grassy Surge plus Grassy Glide is an insane combo. But I just love the design. I love the like afro it's got. That's cool. I love the brown comes more pronounced, and so does the green. It's very intimidating, especially for a starter. It just looks really cool. It's definitely this gen's intimidating starter. Yeah, I think it's a bit overlooked design-wise. Like, everyone is better competitively, but design-wise I think it deserves a bit more love. I like it. I like the orange as well in its mouth. That's cool. Yeah, A tier. Gigantamax is also an A tier. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love the Gigantamax forms. There's not a single one that I dislike. Like, they're all just genuinely so cool. I like them more than the Megas. I'm so excited for, like, when we get, like, it'll be ages from now, but when we get, like, a remake or even, like, a Legends game for Gen 8, I'm excited for the new Gigantamaxes that they'll introduce, because I love them, and I think they add a lot of depth to Pokemon that otherwise wouldn't get it, similar to Megas do. But yeah, I didn't actually talk about Rillaboom. Gigantamax Rillaboom is so cool. I love how it gets a full drum kit, and I like how the drums look like trees as well. It really has that, like, Forest Guardian vibe. Yeah, it's just cool. I love how long its hair gets as well, and its hair kind of transforms into arms. There's a lot of emphasis on hair in this gen, like with Hatterene and Grimmsnarl. Scorbunny. I like Scorbunny, it's cute. Beta. A lot of base form starters get a beta, just because, like, I think they're cute and not much else. But yeah, it's cute. I like it. Raboot. It's got a funny design. I like the little, like, snood that it's got. Yeah, beta as well. Yeah, beta. I like the colours. Cinderace. I like Cinderace. It's not an A tier, but it's a beta. The football concept is kind of cool. I don't like how human-like it is, but it's not awful. It's not, like, offensive on the eyes. I kind of like the fiery, like, crown it's almost got around its head. That's cool. Especially like the long bunny ears. They kind of add to that. Yeah, I like it. I like how it looks like it's wearing shorts as well. That's funny. Gigantamax Cinderace is cool. This is an A tier. I love the massive fireball. Yeah, that's really cool. I love how the emphasis in all of the starter G-Maxes is placed on, like, a part of their design that becomes more accentuated rather than the Pokemon themselves. Like, Cinderace stays about the same size but gets this massive fireball to sit on, and so this Rillaboom gets this massive drum kit. Then Inteleon, we'll talk about Inteleon in a bit. But yeah, that's what I like. Gigantamax Cinderace. Sobble, I love Sobble. This is an A tier. I was about to an S tier, but it's not quite an S tier. It's an A tier. It's cute. Again, like, it's one of the quieter base starter designs. I don't like that, but it still retains the same cuteness. I like the little, like, yellow, I guess, like, fin on its head. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it's cool. I like it when they, yeah, I like the water-type lizards. They're always quite cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It has sort of like Mudkip vibes, to be honest, but I like it more than Mudkip. Drizzile. I actually really like this. It's an A tier. It's an A tier as well. This is my favorite middle stage starter. I love the colours in this. I love how it adds a bit of purple to the design. I kind of wish I had kept that purple for Inteleon, but I like Inteleon nonetheless. I like the little, like, emo teenager aesthetic it's got. That's kind of funny, especially with like the droopy eyelid and the like hair over its eye. I like the tail. I like how it keeps the curled tail. Yeah, this is very silly. I like it for that. I think they put a lot more effort into that than a lot of other middle stage starters. Okay, Inteleon. I love Inteleon. This is an S tier. It's one of my favourite starters. I know that people don't like it, but I honestly don't see why. I love the secret agent vibe it has. I love how they kept the yellow, like from Sobble's fin, and they kind of made it more prominent across the whole thing. I love like the little wingsuit it has. That's kind of funny. I love the tail. I love how it becomes more accentuated. How they keep like the curl shape of it. Yeah, I just love it. I love the eyes as well. The eyes are very focused, I guess. Snipe Shot is a cool move. I wish it kind of had more going for it competitively, but I'm also fine that it doesn't. I don't really mind. I like how tall it is as well. It's very thin. Okay, Gigantamax Inteleon. This is an easy S tier. This is my favourite Gigantamax. No one talks about it, but it's such a cool concept. I love the tail turns into like a sniper tower, and like it's just such a massive design, and I like how they kind of take the scale of Gigantamax Pokemon and just like run with it here. Just make it like skyscraper sized. Again, like I love how the Pokemon itself stays the same size, but then it gets like a part of it that just grows massively. In this case, the tail. The little like water sniper rifle it gets at the top is really cool as well. Can't really see it in this image, but it is there. Yeah, I just love this concept so much. It doesn't really make sense for a Pokemon, but I don't really care. I just love it. Like I said, S tier is all about personal bias. It's not really. There's no rhyme or reason for it really. Squavit. It's okay. This is C tier. Yeah, this is kind of just a squirrel. Not much else to say about it. I like how it's got these little like tufts all over it, like on this tail, on this ears. It's got that kind of distinct shape. Yeah, not much else. Greedent, kind of same boat. It's just a bigger, fatter squirrel. It's still got a bit of charm to it. Not how massive and bushy the tail is. That's cool. Yeah, not much to say. Oh, I also like how it goes from a grey squirrel to a red squirrel. I'm not sure why it does that, but it's a little detail, I guess. Rookidee, I like Rookidee. This is an A tier. It's my favourite regional bird, but by far actually. Actually, yeah, this whole line gets an A tier, apart from Corviknight, which gets an S tier. Corviknight and Rookidee, I love the colours. I love the blue and black. It gives it a lot more. It gives it a much more serious vibe than a lot of the other, like regional birds. The red eye is a really nice touch as well. It gives it a kind of like little dangerous touch. Like even a Rookidee looks quite intimidating, despite how small and round it is. And yeah, also ravens are cool. Not much else. Corviknight Myth is an easy S tier. I love this so much. This is like my top 6 maybe. Let's get up there. I love this. I love the all black armor. It looks really cool. Usually I don't like Pokemon which overuse one color too much, but I think it works really well here. Like it makes it look a lot more deadly and a lot more serious. I love the idea of like an armored bird too. Like they did it with Skarmory, but I think it worked as well with Skarmory. Here it actually looks like proper armor. Like it's got that chest plate as well, which I think really adds to it. I love how they kept the red eye, but they also made the like it's got the red iris, red pupil. Yeah, red pupil, but like the white of its eye is black. I forgot what it's called. I should know what it's called. Anyway, like I just love this design. It looks so cool. It's easily in my top 6. Same as the Gigantamax version, actually. I love this. This is my second favourite G-Max. I love the black and red. Usually I don't really like black and red as a colour scheme, but it works so well. It's a bit above Corviknight. And I love how big the wingspan becomes. Like again, they've taken a single aspect of it and just turned it up to the extreme. And these little like sentry birds it gets as well, those are cool. It's giving like aircraft carrier kind of vibes. And I just love, I also like how well the little red markings on it go with like the red Dynamax swirl. I think that's kind of a nice touch that they don't really think about with a lot of other G-Maxes, is how like the kind of red glow of the G-Max Pokemon itself kind of accentuates the colour scheme of the base Pokemon. Because like, this is one of the only designs where I think the Dynamax glow really adds to it. I think that Calyrex also does get a different coloured Dynamax glow. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly. But yeah, I just love Gigantamax Corviknight. I love base Corviknight as well. I love both of them. Blipbug. I like it. I like its nerdy vibe. It's a beta. It's funny. I like how these look like little glasses it's got. Yeah, there's not much else to say. I think it's very cute. Same with Dottler actually. I love how it keeps that kind of glasses like vibe. I like the markings on its back as well. Like it's based on a ladybug, which is cool because I don't think we have had a ladybug's Ladian, but no one cares about Ladian. I like the kind of like geometrical vibe it has. Like it's also very mathsy and sciencey, which makes sense. But yeah, I like it. I like the colours as well. I like how the yellow becomes more prominent here. It's like a ladybug, like an adolescent ladybug. Orbeetle. I like Orbeetle. This is an 8-air actually. Maybe my favourite regional bug. I think I've said that like a few times now, but this might be my favourite one. I love how they made a ladybug look so intimidating for some reason. It's also cool to have a special attacking regional bug, because we don't really get many of those. And I like the face as well. The face looks very alien. The Pokemon in general just has an alien overlord vibe, which I've said like 10 times, I think, in this series. But I think this Pokemon does it best. I just love the kind of otherworldly vibe it has. I like it a lot. Same with the Gigantamax. This is a really cool concept for a Gigantamax. Like, they turned it full UFO. It also has one of my favourite cards in the series as well. Although I think the card itself is actually a Deoxys card, but it has like Gigantamax Orbeetle kind of beaming it down, which makes a lot of sense because Deoxys, its whole thing is it's alien, and Orbeetle, much the same vein, is based on a UFO, so it makes sense. Yeah, it's very cool. G-Max Gravitas is a very cool name for a move as well. Sets gravity. Yeah, I like it a lot. I love the kind of like neon green spots in it as well. Those really enhance that alien vibe. Very cool. Nickit. I'll give it a beta because I like its colours. I like the kind of like orangey brown and the black. They work very nicely together. They have that, it's got a very sly vibe, which makes sense. Thievul. Yeah, same thing. It's like a raccoon fox. I like it. I don't think a lot of people talk about Thievul. It's a special attacker, which I think is interesting. It looks like a physical attacker, but it's actually special. I don't really know where I was going with that thought, because there's not much to say about this Pokemon, to be honest. But yeah, it's a solid design. I don't have any strong feelings about it. But I do like it enough to put in beta, because I like the colours. I like the concept a bit as well, based on the thief, if you couldn't tell by the name. Gossifleur. C-tier. It's kind of just a flower, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have loads to say about it. Yeah, it's just a flower. It's a bit disappointing, but it's not D-tier because like it's not bad. It's kind of just a bit. Yeah, it's a bit nothing. Eldegoss. I kind of like this a bit more. I like the colours. I like the kind of like elder greyish vibe it's got. Yeah, I like it. I like the main body here. It's got a very elegant, almost regal kind of vibe to it. Yeah, it's Peter, solid. I like it. It does a bit more than just being a plant. Wooloo. Wooloo's cute. Actually, yeah, this is really cute. This is an A tier. I love this. I don't really give things an A tier just based on cuteness alone. I think this is the first one, but like it's just so fluffy and round, and I love the face as well. I love his eyes. I love how like big and wide its pupils are. I like the little like braids it's got as well. Those are cute. Yeah, it's just a cute Pokemon. I like it. It's so round. Double gets a beta. It's not quite as, because it loses a bit of the cuteness factor, but it's still got a solid design, even though it is just a sheep. It does do a bit more with it. Like I like the little like black-brown markings on it. I love how like pronounced it's not a mane. What is like the grey part around its face called? I'm not sure what it is, but like that just area of hair becomes more pronounced and gives it a much more, I guess, serious and superior look. Same as the horns. Yeah, this is a solid design. I love how it stays like very round as well. That's cute. Chutel. C tier. D tier. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is the first D tier in a while. I don't like it. I don't like how big the face is compared to the body. I also just don't like the. I don't like the colours that much either. I don't like dislike it enough that ENF do. There's something a bit off about it that I don't find very appealing. I don't like the massive mouth. I don't like the little spike it has on its head either. Yeah, I don't know. I want to stop looking at it. Dreadnought though. Dreadnought's quite cool. The base form gets a C tier. It's alright. The base form. The name is called Dreadnought, like Dreadnought is in the ship. And gnaw as in like to bite. I wish they had more of a ship kind of design in the base form, because other than that it's kind of just the angry turtle, so it doesn't have much going for it. But in the Gigantamax form, it's actually really good. You can definitely tell that space is more for ship now, like especially with like it's called like a prow. I'm not sure what it is. The part sticking out of its head gives the kind of like the end of a ship. It kind of resembles that a bit. I like the emphasis on like the shell on the back as well. Yeah, I like it. I like how its head is also like kind of embedded into its body in the shell, like some turtles. I'm not familiar with turtle species, so I don't know which one, but I know that some turtles kind of retract their heads back like that. Yeah, I like the little spikes along its body as well. It gives it a much more intimidating look. I like it. It's a solid G-Max. Yamper. It's cute. I actually have a plush of this because they were handing it out for free. If you like spent enough money at a Pokemon Center, they'll just give you one. Yeah, this is very cute. It's corgi. It's just an electric pup. Peter. Boltoned. This is C tier. I used to like this more. I don't know. It loses a bit of the charm that Yamper has. Because it goes from like Yamper's just very fluffy and cute, but Bolton's kind of just a dog. Yeah, it's just a dog really. Yeah. I didn't really know I was going with that thought. Sita. Roly Coley. I like the way the eye glows actually. But it's still Sita. Yeah, it is still Sita. I don't like it enough for beta, because it is just a lump of coal with a wheel, which is kind of interesting. But the eye is very cool. I like that it has the angular geometric vibe, and the glow effect it gives off is cool. Yeah, it's alright. I don't really think much of it. Carkle is a bit cooler. It's got that. It's a minecart. It is doing a bit more. It's still a Sita because I don't really like it that much. The little face it's got is funny. It's just a bit of a weird looking Pokemon though. But it's an interesting concept. I like how it moves around with the wheels as well, rather than just feet. Colossal though. Colossal's beta. It's got that kind of Tyranitar vibe, which is just like a massive like rock thing. I think it's a furnace is what it's meant to be based on, like the way the coal kind of piles up. Rock Fire is a cool typing. I like the spikes it's got on its shoulders, those are cool. It's just much more intimidating than the forms before it. I think it's overlooked though, I think people forget about it. I think it deserves more credit. Gigantamax Colossus is really cool, I actually really like this one. This is an A tier. I love how the furnace vibe is accentuated quite a lot here. It's got those kind of like great formations along its chest, with the glowing like embers beneath it. I love how the glow in general is amplified here. It gives it that much more fiery look that I think was missing in the base forms. Yeah, it almost looks like a volcano now, like how it's kind of got this like dripping lava almost. Yeah, it's a much cooler design, I think. It really does justice to the originals. Yeah, solid G-Max, I like it. Applin, I love okay, I'm gonna be honest, all of these four, all of these, get an S tier, easy. This is my favourite Pokemon line, like as a whole. I love how each evolution feels so distinct, yet they all manage to do something cool with the apple theming. Like base Applin is obviously really cool. It's got it like I also like how they gave it the dragon type because it's like the worm in an apple, but worm can have multiple meanings depending on whether it's spelled with an O or a Y, so it's a bit of wordplay there. I like when they do that. I like Flapple's design a lot in particular, because I think it's meant to be based on like the whole thing of like Isaac Newton and the apple, with how its attack, Grav Apple, is literally an apple falling from a tree, and this might be a bit of a stretch, but its ability is Hustle, which gives it reduced accuracy but increased attack, which pairs well with the gravity as a terrain setting because that increases accuracy of moves. That's probably a stretch, but I still love it nonetheless. Appleton, it's just a like big fat apple pie, and I love it. People eat it because, I mean, why wouldn't you? It looks delicious. The Gigantamax form is just funny. I love how they both have the exact same Gigantamax. It's just this massive like syrupy apple. If they're not in this gen, but Diplin and Hydrapple will also be in this tier, because I just love them so much. I love this whole design. Like, this is why I like dragon types. I said this with Goodra as well, but I just like it when they do something totally different with the type that you wouldn't expect, rather than just making like generic dragon number 5. Even though I do love Haxorus, it is a bit generic, but I do still love it. It's one of my favourite dragon types. But I do love it when they do something just more out of the box like this. Yeah, these four are easily some of my favourite Pokemon of all time, easily. Silicobra, I think. It's a Ceeta. It's a snake. I like its eye. That's kind of cute, I guess. Is it? I don't know. It's a Ceeta nonetheless. Sandaconda. I like this a bit more. Its base form is a beta. I love the kind of like anaconda markings it's got along its body. I like how the front bit is a darker colour and accentuates a bit more. I like the almost like shotgun barrel vibe that the nose has. That's kind of cool. And just the coiled up nature of it. I don't know, there's something visually appealing about this design. It's very nice. Gigantamax, this is an S tier. I love this G-Max. This is like maybe my third favourite G-Max. I'm not sure, I've probably said that about one of the Gen 1 ones. But I really like this one. I love how it becomes like a sand tornado. That's just a completely out of the box way to take the original design, but I guess it makes sense with the spinning and the coiled nature of it. I love how the darker top layer just becomes sand now, and it's just constantly spinning around. Yeah, it's really cool. The shotgun nose becomes amplified as well. It really looks a lot more dangerous. I love the way it kind of like looks down on me. It's got a similar vibe to Gigantamax Inteleon, to be honest. I think that's why I like it so much. Yeah, I love when Gigantamax designs to do that. They make it something completely different. Cramorant. This is a Ceeta. It's kind of just a bird, to be honest. It's a cormorant. It's his whole gimmick of like gulping things down is kind of funny. Not much else to say about that, to be honest. Yeah, the gorging forms are quite funny. Aracuda. The base form gets a C tier. It's okay. It's kind of just a fish. Barracuda. Yeah, the base form's fine. I kind of like the little arrows it has. Gives it that kind of like speed mark kind of vibes. Barracuda though, I really like Barracuda. This is an A tier, maybe an S tier? I feel like that's generous. No, it's an A tier just. It's a very high A tier. I'll move it up to the top. I love this. I love the torpedo vibe it has. I love how like sharp and angular the face is. I really like the red fins it's got as well. Those give a much more dangerous vibe. And it keeps the kind of like arrow markings along its body. It's just got that very, like, it's obviously very fast. It has swift swim, even though it doesn't really need it, but it just makes it faster than anything. It looks very, very dangerous, especially for like a basic fish. I love what they did with this. I think more like basic animal Pokemon should get that treatment. They just make it look deadly or make it look like really serious or something. Toxel. Funny enough, this used to be my least favourite Pokemon. I don't really know why, because now it's in a beta. I think it's cute. I like its eyes. It looks very serious for a baby. And I like the colour scheme as well. Purple and yellow go nicely together. Complementary colours. The little spark on its head is funny. Yeah, I like it. It looks cute. I don't know why I used to hate this so much. It didn't deserve it. I'm sorry, Toxel. Toxtricity. I think it's really cool. It's a B tier. But I like the hair it has, like the electric hair. That's a cool concept. And just the whole design of it. I like how the like raised bumps on its chest like serve as guitar strings as well. That's cool. And just the general aesthetic of it is very nice. I love they kept the purple and yellow from the original design. Yeah, I like this a lot. The G-Max, okay, this is a really good, this is an S tier. This is an S in G-Max, I don't care, it looks so good. I love the eye. I love it goes into all fours as well. It gives it a much more primal, animalistic look, which makes it look a lot more deadly. I love the kind of like purple, yellow, and blue. Like it ties in all the colours from all two forms that it's got. All two forms? Both two forms, yeah. I love how that kind of translates into like the electricity along its body. I like how the tail becomes like a pylon as well. That's a weird way to take it. It kind of drops like the musical elements of the original, but I don't mind because it looks so good. I like how the tongue's kind of sticking out as well. That enhances that animalistic vibe. It looks a lot more like scary and dangerous than the original. It's a really interesting way to take a G-Max, so they completely change the personality of the Pokemon. Sizzlipede. It's okay. It's a C-tier. That's fine. Yeah, it's just a bug. Not much else to it. Center Scorch though. Center Scorch is really cool. I like it a lot. It's an A-tier. I love the radiator vibe it's got. It's a really weird like thing to do for a bug type, but it works here. I think we should get more centipede Pokemon. I love the face as well, like the kind of like moustache almost thing it gets. Like the rays, like almost like it's wearing a helmet or some kind of thing, with like the flames on its head. It looks very scary. Like I would be scared if I encountered this thing in real life. It looks very dangerous. I love how the shape on its face is kind of repeated on its tail as well. Yeah, it's just a very cool design. I love the little rings it's got, the radiator rings. The G-Max, same thing. It just takes the base design up to the extreme. It's just a massive centipede, which is terrifying and really cool. Again, the radiator thing is cool. When it uses its signature attack, it actually does form a radiator, which is obviously very cool. G-Max Centinferno is such a weird and cool name for a Gigantamax move. The Gigantamax moves have really cool names, actually. in general. But that's one of the best ones, I think. Yeah, I like it a lot. Clobopus, I think this is cute. I like the colours in this. The white, the orange and blue look very nice together. This is a beta. It's cute. It's got that little baby vibe without actually being a baby. Yeah, I like it. What's this one? Grapplewalked. I forgot what it was called. That's not good. It's okay. It's a Sita. It loses a bit of the charm that the original has. Yeah, it's fine. I don't like the colours as much. I wish they did a bit more with it. It kind of seems like a middle stage that should have got an evolution or something. Yeah, it's fine. Not much else to say about it. Sinisty. I actually really like this for a concept. This is an 8-er. I love the like antique, elegant element it has to it. With the colours, like it's got a lot of pastel-y kind of tones. It's got a very ornate design to the face as well. The eyes, especially, stand out. I just like the idea of a living teacup as well, and kind of like even the tea inside it is almost alive as well. I like the antique and like forgery thing. That's an interesting thing to do with a Pokemon. Yeah, I like it. It looks great, and I like the design. Exact same thing with Poltergeist as well. Yeah, everything I said about Sinisty applies to Poltergeist. I like how the liquid inside becomes even more alive, like the liquid itself is a Pokemon. Yeah, I really like the colours. And I like the general aesthetic of it. Hatram? Which was the base one? I don't know, if you guess, they're both going the same tier. That is Beta. I like them. They have an almost like Kirby kind of design to them. Like they look like things that you could encounter in a Kirby game. They've got that kind of like cute but also weird, almost alien-like element to them. I like the base one, whatever it's called. I like how the hair covers the eyes, that's cute. They did a similar thing with Ralts and it worked well. I like the kind of hat arms that start to develop in the second stage. I think this one's Haten and this one's Hatram, yeah. Hatram's arms are cool. I like how that kind of hints towards Hatterene as well. Speaking of Hatterene, I really like this design. This is an S tier. I didn't really think much of this beforehand, but I actually started using it in Gen 9 OU. I would run like Stored Power, Calm Mind on it. But now I'm really liking its design. Like I love the kind of gradient from the blue to pink. It's got a very like elegant but also kind of playful aesthetic as well. But the hat arm is a really cool concept. I love how the whole thing is basically hair and it's got like a tiny body. Yeah, it looks very alien, but also very cool and mystical. I like it a lot. One of my favourite psychic and fairy types. As in one of my favourite psychic types and one of my favourite fairy types, not favourite fairy psychic. Although it is probably my favourite fairy psychic as well. Same as the Gmax one. The Gmax one I really like. It looks way more sinister. Gmax Smite is a cool name for a move. And I don't know, I love how it just gets way taller. Like the arms coming from its hair kind of turn into like tendrils. Which enhance that like sinister aspect of it. Yeah, I like it. It's just a cooler, deadlier version of the original, really. I like how the body like kind of stays the same size as well. Like it really is just a tiny body like piloting a giant hair mech. But yeah, I like it. It's cool. This one is Impotent. Yes. It's okay. I don't really like. I think it's a C tier. It's not super charming. I don't like the pink body. It looks a bit too much like skin. I like the eyes though. The eyes are funny, and the nose. Yeah, I like it. I don't love it, but it's okay. Yeah. Morgrem is cool, and Morgrem is a lot cooler. Morgrem looks a lot more sinister. It looks a lot more malicious. I think that's because the lighter elements of it become darker, like it goes from like a more pale pink to a darker fuchsia, and also the dark like black hair looks really cool. I like the green legs. That's an interesting way to take it. I like how one of his eyes is covered. It looks a lot more dangerous, more serious, even though it's only a middle stage. Yeah, it's cool. I like the emphasis on hair in this gen, it's kind of funny. Grimmsnarl. Base Grimmsnarl is a beta. It's a really interesting design. Like, the whole thing is covered in hair, but it still retains that, like, goblin look. I think it's meant to be, like, the kind of, like, second fiddle to, like, the witchy vibe that Hatterene has. Oh, I forgot to mention that. I love the witchy vibe it has. Same reason why I like Miss Magius, but yeah. But yeah, like, I think it's meant to be, like, the, like, goblin, like, henchman to the witch, which is a cool way to take it. But yeah, I really like it. I love how, like, it has a bunch of, like, hair spikes that come off its body. It looks very dangerous, I like it for that. The G-Max, so the G-Max is really, really, really weird, so it gets an 8. It just becomes massive, like, it's got really massive hair legs. I love the kind of, like, hair claw it gets in its hand as well. I just love how it just looks so weird. I don't really know what to think about it, but I kind of like it for that. Yeah, it looks very, very creepy. It almost looks like a ghost type, this dark fairy. I like how they do that with fairy types sometimes, they give it a more, like, sinister look. Obstagoon. I kind of forget this exists. This is a C-tier. It's alright. I kind of like the design inspiration, like, it's got that punk aesthetic. I don't really think much else of it though. I don't really like how... I don't like how it becomes bipedal, if I'm honest. This is one of the few times where I actually don't like that. I kind of prefer, like, the more animalistic vibe that Linoon and Zigzagoon have. It kind of takes away from that a bit, makes him more human in a way they don't really love. It's not awful, it's just C-tier. Berserker. I actually really like this. This is an A-tier. It's my favourite of the general Meowth family. I love the Viking aesthetic, it's really cool. I love the steel, like, beard. I love the helmet as well, and how the coin is kind of, like, fused into that. The claws are a really nice touch. I just like the general, like, aesthetic of it. It's definitely more metallic, and it's just more, like, the greys give it a much more serious vibe. Despite, like, the goofy kind of face it has. But even, like, the teeth look really scary on that. It's just a vicious cat, and I like it. Cursor, I love this. This is an S tier. It's so overlooked. I don't know why people, like, don't talk about this enough. The dead coral aesthetic was so cool, and I love how the head is kind of, like, almost amoeba-like. Like, it's just this little face in, like, floating around in this kind of membrane. The, like, coral tendrils are really cool. I love how it's kind of broken out of the original Corsola body. Yeah, it's just so interesting to do, like, a ghost type based on dead coral. Like, I don't know, I just love it. The white, I like the all white as well, it gives it a very dead vibe. Combined with, like, the red eyes. I don't know, it's just so cool. It's definitely got, it's more ghostly than a lot of the other ghost types, even though it's not really a ghost, it's kind of, well, it is a ghost, but it's coral. Yeah, I don't know, I really like it, it's good. Yeah, it's one of my favourites. People need to talk about it more, because it's a great design. Surfetched. Beta. It's about to give an A tier, but no, it's beta. I like the inspiration, I like this Sword and Shield makes sense from Sword and Shield. It's an interesting way to take the Farfetch'd line. I like how, like, its weapons are made out of leek. It's serious committance? Committing? I don't know. But they committed to the bit, and I like it. Yeah, looks more serious. I've said that, like, 10 times already, but it is true. Mr. Rhyme. I definitely don't dislike it. It's actually a beta. I like this, which is weird, because it's a weird thing to say about the Mr. Mime family. But I like this. It looks more Pokemon-like than the base Mr. Mime. And I also like the cane it gets, that's funny. I like the dancer vibe it has. The moustache is also nice as well. It gives it the kind of goofier vibe and kind of detaches itself from the, like, skin thing that Mr. Mime has going on. The hat is cute. I like the face on its body as well. It's got a kind of like carnival vibe, almost like a theme parkish kind of aesthetic. Yeah, it's very kiddie, but it's also kind of a bit sinister. I'm not sure. I like it though. Ice Psychic is cool typing. Runarigus is an S tier. It's an S tier. I love this. Base Cophagrigus I didn't really like that much. Runarigus though is so cool. I love how it kind of like comes together to form this like old rune thing. I kind of think it should have been like Ghost Dragon or something, because the like it does depict like serpent like figure. But Ghost Ground is still cool. Yeah, I just like how fragmented it looks. I love how the head kind of like comes out like that, and it's got that singular eye that's present in the original like carving on it, but the eye becomes the eye of the Pokemon. Yeah, it just looks so cool. I don't really know what to say about this. Yeah, I just love it. It's got that like archaeological dig site vibe as well, with the like fragments of the ancient like I don't really know what it is, like a stone carving or like cave painting or something. Yeah, I just love it. It's one of my favourite ground types. Milcery, it's cute, it's beta. Same as Alchemy, I think. I think both of these get a beta. A lot of people love them. I don't love them, but I think they're cool. I like the food aesthetic. I kind of like it when they do that with fairy types. The fairy types kind of become associated with the food, which is weird, but that's cool. Alchemy, I like all the different forms it has. Obviously I'm not ranking them all separately, because they'd all get the same tier anyway. But yeah, I like that. I love almost customizability. Obviously it's not really customizable, but yeah, still cool. I like the, especially with Alchemy, I like the kind of like decorational vibe it has. Like it looks very like intentional, the way that all of the cream is layered on top of each other. Like it looks like a work of art almost. Like if I saw this, like someone had done this like on a cake or something, I'd be really impressed. The Gigantamax I think is in the same tier. It's a really interesting way to take a Gigantamax. This is why I love Gigantamaxes, because they just do such weird things. But like it's just turned into a massive layer cake. But it's still cool. Like the design work on this is incredible as well, how they actually did detail each layer of the cake. If this was in Gen 1, it just would have been like a layered cake with not much detail at all. But I love this. It's such a cool GMX to encounter as well, because like it just looks massive down, like it really looks down on you, which is kind of funny coming from like a cake. Yeah, it's cool. This is a cool line of Pokemon. Beta, solid. Phalanx, I love Phalanx, it's an A-tier. Yeah, so if it's based on like the Roman like Phalanx formations. I love it. I'm also a sucker for classical civilization, so it's nice to see some ancient Rome representation here. As if there isn't enough already in popular media. But yeah, I like this. I like how the one in front is the commander and has like the bigger helmet. I wish this got a Gmax. I think it could work so well. But I still like the base one nonetheless. I like the eyes as well. I think it should be Fighting Bug. But pure fighting is still cool. I just love how cute they all are. They're so round, but they're also still kind of serious. Like they're very diligent. I love them. They've got a lot of personality. This is what I love about Gen 8 Pokemon in general. They just have way more personality, I think, than a lot of other gens. Pincurchin. This is a Seater. It's kind of just a little sea urchin. I think it's meant to be like a pincushion as well. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Seater. Snom, I love Snom. It's an S tier. I love it. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love the shape of it. It's very round. It's very like oval. I love the little spikes it's got on the back. Ice Bug is such a nice typing. I love the little eye it has. It's so cute. I love the little mouth. Yeah, it's just a cute Pokemon. This is like, I think this is the most cuteness has ever influenced my ranking of something, even more so than Lulu. But yeah, this is an Esther. It's so great. I love it. Same as Frostmoth, but for a completely different reason. This is also an Esther, but I love the elegant vibe it has. It's got a similar vibe to Minccino, honestly. Like, I love the kind of like scarf thing it has around its neck. It looks very like queenly almost. The eyes are really cool, like they're very icy and kind of glaring. The little like wings are cool, they're very, I guess, delicate. Ice Bug is a cool typing here, like, yeah, I don't know about it, I just love it. I like moths as well in real life, so it's always nice to see. Same thing, that's also why I liked Volcarona as well, for the same reason. Almost feels like a counterpart to Volcarona for some reason. Like, Larvesta and Slum kind of go together, and so do Frostmoth and Volcarona. I think they did something like that in the TCG. They did like a few like collection boxes and stuff with like Volcarona and Frostmoth. Unfortunately, Frostmoth isn't as good as Volcarona competitively, but it's still cool. I like it a lot. Stonjourner. It's okay. It's a beta, actually. I was about to go with C tier, but it's a beta because I like its inspiration. It's based on like Stonehenge and other like monolithic stone structures. Yeah, I like it. I like the kind of like cobbled together vibe it has. Like it's just a bunch of stones stacked on top of each other. And yeah, it's just kind of endearing. I'm not sure what it is about this. It's got a certain charm to it. It might be like the weird shape of the head. It's very like cuboid. Yeah, I like it. Beta. Ice-Q. I love Ice-Q. This is maybe... Okay, I think this is the design that I think is most underrated. This is an S tier for me. I don't know why I love it. It's just a penguin with a massive block of ice on its head. And it's just so dumb, and I love it for that. Like, the block of ice is just so massively, like, comically oversized. The whole gimmick of Ice Face is kind of cool as well. Yeah, I don't know, I just love it. I don't really have a justification for this one, honestly. It's just one of my favourite Pokemon, it always has been. I like penguins, and I like the ice type, and this kind of just takes the ice type up to the extreme. I love it. Indeedy, I like this. This is an A tier. I like the butler maid vibe it has. That's cool. The colours are really nice here. They're like black, white, and purple. Like they all come together to give like a really elegant, very like posh vibe almost. Which I like actually. Yeah, I really like this. This isn't. I think this is an S tier. Yeah, like, I didn't think much of this, but it's a really, really nice design. It's very formal, and I like it for that. It definitely fits well in the British region. Yeah, I like it. I like its different forms as well. They're cool. Obviously, it's great competitively in VGC as well. Psychic Terrain Saturn, Trick Room, and basically does everything. Well, not everything. It does one thing. But you know what I mean. It feels like an all-rounder nonetheless. Morpeko. It's one of my least favourite Pika clones, I will be honest. I don't know, I do feel like they could have done a bit... actually no, it does have more going for it than some of the others. It's a beta, it's fine. I like it because it's cute. I like the different forms it has. The hangry mode is kind of funny. Yeah, it's cute. I like the shape it has as well. Yeah, I don't really know what else there is to say about it. It's a cute Pokemon, I like it. Cufant. Sita. Yeah, Sita. It's kind of just an elephant. The colours are cool here. I like the little bits of blue it has. Let's go nicely with it. Other than that, it's kind of just an elephant. I also thought it was a normal type, not steel type, but fair enough. Also, just realised looking at this, why is Ampharos here? Ampharos is an A-tier. Why did I place this here? I love this design. I will do that video where I change the positions of everything, because some of these are not right at all. And my standards have changed since like Gen 1, Gen 2. So that will move. Carparaja. It's a cool concept. I think that's a beta. I think it's unfair to place it any higher. The colour's really nice. I like when they make steel types not just grey and silver. Like this one's, it's got green, like turquoise, bit of orange as well. I like how kind of rectangular it is. Like it looks a bit weird at first glance, but it does look cool. I like all the markings it's got as well. It gives it a lot more depth to its design. It's based on like digging equipment. I'm not sure exactly what it's meant to be. Yeah, this is fairly cool. It's beta. The G-Max form, it's kind of funny how they turn an elephant like bipedal for some reason. It's just like a massive monolith, and I kind of actually love it. It's an A tier, I think. A lot of people don't like this, but I love it. Yeah, I just love how huge it becomes and how it stands upright for no real reason. It's always so funny playing Sword and Shield because like the evil team leader has this and it's just so not intimidating at all, even though it's trying to be. It's just the massive like piece of like digging equipment that's turned sentient and has assumed the shape of an elephant for some reason. Yeah, this is an A tier, it's just so funny. It makes me laugh every time I see it. Okay. I love the Gen 8 fossils, I'm going to be honest. All of them get an A tier apart from one which gets an S tier. So I'm just going to talk about them all at once because I think because the stuff I'm going to say applies to all of them. I just like how they seem artificially made. Like they all seem very kind of just like smushed together because they are. They're just different elements of completely different animals that have just been taken and put together. I kind of wish we got like unaltered forms of them almost, like we got the base Pokemon that they were based on. But I still love these. Dracovish is the S tier one because it's very funny competitively, and I also like it aesthetically as well. I love how the colours kind of clash. It's a very busy design and I like it for that. But just in general, I love the colours here. Even like Octavish, which is pretty like monochrome, I guess, with its all blue. It still looks great, and especially these ones with like the little bits of red and green and stuff. Yeah, it's just cool. I'm not really sure what else to say about it. It's just a really interesting way to take a design. I love how the elements of each one kind of gets placed at a different angle as well. Like in Octavish and Dracovish, the head is just completely flipped, which is quite funny. And like in the body goes on a different way in these two as well, to give this one flippers and this one feet. Yeah, they're just really eccentric designs, and I think they're definitely the best fossil designs in the series. Because I think they should do more fossil designs like this, where it's not just like revived rock type. They do more with it, and they kind of experiment with that idea of a fossil Pokemon rather than just doing the same thing over and over again. I like it a lot. All of them. Duraludon. It's cool. The base form gets a C tier, just because I'm not really sure what it's meant to be. I like it. I like it aesthetically. I like the kind of like steel monolith it has as a body, and all like the spikiness of it. But I'm not sure it's not immediately obvious what it is. It becomes more obvious in the G-Max form, which is obviously a skyscraper, which is really cool, I think. Again, I love it when G-Max forms do something completely random like this. It's a beta. It's cooler for a dragon type to be a skyscraper as well. I love dragon types, and I love when they do weird things with them like this. But still, I think it's lacking a bit of character. I think that's the only thing. Even though it's got a very fun and goofy and almost very intimidating design. I don't know, there's not much else going for it, but it still lends itself a beta because it is nice. And I love the glassy texture that this one has as well. Yeah, it's still cool aesthetically. I just wish they did a bit more with it. Okay, these are my favourite pseudo legendaries. This is like my favourite Pokemon. Actually, no. like all of S tier are my favourite Pokemon. I don't like picking like absolute favourites. Miss Magius is my like absolute favourite. But I don't like picking favourites apart from that. All of these are my favourite Pokemon. But like, yeah, I love these. Like, pseudo-legendaries in general, I just love the concept of it as like a really, really strong Pokemon that takes ages to evolve. But these ones do it best, I think. The colours are so cool here. I love how vibrant they look compared to a lot of other pseudos. Like the blue contrasting with the red, contrasting with like the dark, like purpley blue stuff. With like a bit of yellow as well. I love the shape of them as well, especially Dragapult. It's got that very like curved serpent shape. The whole concept of them, like they're based off of like planes, I think. They're based off fighter jets, I would think, or like stealth planes. I think it's meant to be stealth planes, yeah. Like stealth bombers and stuff. And I love the concept of them shooting like Dreepy. I love how Dracloak is kind of like a babysitter for Dreepy. That's always really funny. And the concept of just shooting your children out of your head as a weapon is so like utterly random that it just works so well as a concept. Obviously it's also a beast competitively, like it's so good, it's so fast, it hits so hard. I can't really see this ever being not OU unless it gets banned to Ubers, which I do think it will do because it's not broken. It's just really, really good and it has been ever since it released. It just looks really intimidating but also really goofy, and it's just really lovable, and just in general it's up here, like it's right here, I think. It's top 3. I love it so much. I've never actually used this in a playthrough, funnily enough, which is wild considering how many times I've played through Sword and Shield. But yeah, I just love it. I can't think of anything else to say about it. Okay, I'm not gonna rank these separately because they'd all get the same time. Zacian and Zamazenta are both S tiers. Some of my favourite box legendaries. I don't like them as much as I like Solgaleo and Lunala, but they're close. The whole returning to like the red and blue thing is, I kind of like it actually. It makes them look very contrasting. But I also like it when they do legendaries like this that aren't like they're opposites, but they're also not opposed to each other. Like they do work together, which is cool. And just the contrasting ideals here, like it's kind of like the unstoppable force versus a movable object thing, and I think that's very cool. And they both have this very regal vibe. Like Zacian in particular has this kind of like crown on its head, which I like. I've said that so many times, but I love when Pokemon do that. And just the use of gold a lot here as well. Like they look like accomplished warriors, like very decorated. And I love the markings in Zamazenta's shield as well, and the kind of like the wings that Zacian almost has. Those are really cool. Like they've almost got like chariot vibes actually, which I think is really nice. I like the little bits of pink in Zacian's design, the little bits of blue in Zamazenta's design. They really complement the base colours and complement each other well as well. Yeah, they just complement each other so well. I love both of them. Both of them are really good and competitive. Zacian obviously hits like a truck. Both of them are actually really fast. I think a lot of people forget about that, but Zamazenta has, I think, the same base speed as Zacian. If not, it's very close. So Zamazenta is not slow at all. It's very, very fast. I think it's the second fastest thing in OU right now, behind Dragapult, I think. Yeah, I love them. I love both of them. And they also come from my first games that I ever played, so my first Pokemon games. So yeah. Eternatus. Base Eternatus gets a B tier. Actually no, it gets an A tier. Yeah, it gets an A tier. I love the concept of this. A lot of people don't like this legendary. I really like it. I love the blue and red. They go together very nicely. And just the general design of it, like it looks very broken and fragmented. Which makes sense because like the raw energy it has, it just kind of breaks itself. I think that comes through in its animation as well when you defeat it, when you defeat the base form, like how it kind of just like the energy inside it just propels itself into the air unwillingly. Yeah, I like it. I like how the energy manifests itself solidly in its design as well. Like the red bits here are just pure energy, which is cool. Eternamax Eternatus. This is an asset. This is so cool. It's massive, obviously. It has really, really high bases. The highest bases in the series. By far. It's got like, I think it's got like 1,000 BST or something. I love just how it forms a hand as well. Like, it's just emanating raw power, which is really cool. It's just all made up of solid energy. I love the kind of like blue spikes it retains from base Eternatus. It looks very, very deadly, and I like it. Yeah, it just looks like, it looks very, very final boss like. I think this is second to Ultra Necrozma, my favourite final boss legendary in the series. Yeah, I love it so much. It's really, really cool. It feels like a culmination of the game in a nice way. Even though the plot of Sword and Shield is not great, it still ends it off nicely. Cubfu. I think it's okay. It's a Ceta. I don't love it. I kind of, yeah. It's a legendary which evolves, which is cool. But I don't really like Cubfu that much. The colour scheme is pretty basic. It's just a bear that trains. It's not bad. It's just I don't really think much of it. Honestly, same thing with Urshifu. I think these both get a Ceta, which is kind of crazy, but like I don't really think much of these. Obviously competitively they're great, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what to think of these. They look almost identical. Rapid Strike just has more like flowy vibe to it, I guess. The single strike Rapid Strike thing is cool. I like how they did a whole TCG off of that as well. That was quite interesting. Yeah, I really don't have much to say about these. They're kind of underwhelming, like design-wise. I do like the whole. Yeah, I don't really know. I like the martial arts vibe, but I don't really think much of these. The Gigantamaxes, they're cool, they're beta, but they do leave a bit to be desired. I like how they made them a bit more distinct with different colours. But still, they feel a bit underwhelming. Like, I just wish they did more with the designs to differentiate them rather than just changing the colours. But like, they're still solid. For G-Maxes. I love how the like mouth becomes glowing and that gives them a lot more of a powerful look. Yeah, they're fine. I don't think they're amazing, but I think they're fine. Zarude. Oh, let's forget about this. This is beta. For a mythical, I kind of I like its Forest Guardian vibe. I don't know. I like the little like grass like rings around its arms. I'm not quite sure what I like about this. I like the colours. I like how the body's like almost all black. It looks very intimidating. Yeah, I like it. It's solid. Regieleki. I like this. I like this a lot. This is an Eta with the other Regis. Yeah, I'll put it next to them. I got so excited when they added more Regis, because I love the base Regis, and I love that they're doing more with them finally. Regieleki is obviously funny, being the fastest Pokemon, and also having the fastest Quick Ban, I think, as well. Which is funny. It was so funny when it got dropped into OU, and then everyone ran like Terra Ice, Terra Blast, so that I got coverage finally and could just hit Landorus. That was so funny. But yeah, I just like the design of this as well. I like how it just looks like raw energy, and raw electricity. Like, it's just got a very like sparky, crackly vibe. Yeah, I like it a lot. It definitely continues the lineage of the Regis well. I like this little like arm tendril thing it has as well. Yeah. Looks very alien, like the other Regis. Regidrago, same thing. Actually, this is an Esther. This one's an Esther, yeah. This one gets a bit higher. Purely just because I like dragon types, if I'm honest. yeah, that's all there really is to it. Also the aesthetic, like the red with like the kind of like dark greyish blue, which is kind of the signature dragon color in Pokemon. It just, again, like it's kind of just emanating raw energy, but the same as like draconic energy, which is cool. Like the pure red body is really nice to look at. Just the whole thing, like I love how its arms kind of form like a dragon head. That's an interesting way to take it, but I like it for that. Yeah, it's just so cool. I love how it's just a massive jaw. Yeah, I don't know. I just love it. Dragon Small is a cool ability. Dragon Energy is a cool move. I love it. I like dragon types, if you couldn't tell. Glastria. We're getting there. Almost there. A few more. Glastria. So, Ceeta. I don't know. I think that on their own, all of these Pokemon... Spectria is a beta. Calyrex is a Ceeta as well. I think that on their own they're kind of underwhelming, all three of them. Obviously the whole thing is that they do join together and they kind of fuse into... Like, I don't dislike these Pokemon, but I think for legendaries they're kind of just a bit underwhelming. Particularly the horses. Like, I do like the regal vibe that Calyrex has. This kind of like massive oversized crown on its head, that's cool. But the horses just look a bit bland. Like, Glastria is kind of just... Yeah, this is just a horse but ice. And Spectria I do like more. Where is it? It's up here. Spectria I do like more because I like the kind of like almost smoky vibe it has. Also I do like ghost types more than like ice types, so that's probably influenced it a bit. And also the purple is cool, I like that. But yeah, this doesn't really get higher than a beta because I just wish it did a bit more, which does happen with these designs. So Ice Rider is an Eta because I just love how much they've added to it. Like these Pokemon complement each other so well. Like that colder icy vibe, like the more angular vibe as well from Glastria combined with the rounder, fuller aesthetic that Calyrex has. Like they just complement each other so well. Like they were definitely made for each other. Same thing with Ghost Rider, but this gets an S tier. This is an easy S tier. It's just so cool. Even though it's a name, Calyrex Ghost Rider, so cool. I love how the like almost tassels from Calyrex kind of complement the like braids that oops, this I've been ATX, the braids that Spectria has. I also like the closed eye that Spectria has. That's quite cool. It's got a very nightmarish feeling, also dreamy feeling, which makes sense. But competitively, it's also insane, because it can run an item, which I don't think it should be able to. I think that the Reigns of Unity should count as an item, and it shouldn't be able to hold one, but it can for some reason, so it does. But yeah, it's insane competitively. It's AG. Yeah, but yeah, I just love it. I don't really know what it is about it. I don't usually love like fusions of Pokemon like this, but this works really well. I like it. Okay, that's all of Galar. So actually, I'll do Hisui. Why not? Yeah, it's still Gen 8, so might as well. Weird Ear gets a beta. I like it. It's a definite upgrade from Stantler. I like the kind of beard it has. It looks very wizardy. Yeah, I like the kind of like how the antlers almost look like branches now. They look a lot more, I guess, older and more kind of like arcane. I don't know, it's kind of hard to pin it down. But there is definitely a like wiser vibe that this Pokemon has. I like it. Psychic Normal is cool typing as well. Same as Indeedee. Cleavor. I don't know. Cleavor, I think it gets a beta. Actually, maybe, yeah, beta. I like its aesthetic. I like its very like Stone Age-y aesthetic. Stone Axe is a cool ability, cool move. I mean, sets rocks whilst also attacking. Bug Rock is kind of cool typing. It just has that kind of like ancient warrior kind of vibe. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it looks very, very intimidating. Ursaluna. This thing like terrorized Gen 9OU when it was first released. It was so funny. Now it's still used, but not as much. It gets a beta though. I love that. I love how it's accentuated the moon aesthetic. Like there's a full moon on its head now. It's kind of the eyebrows kind of form clouds that kind of obscure it, which is cool. Ground normal is a much cooler typing than just pure normal. And it definitely looks a lot more kind of like feral and animalistic than Ursaluna and not Ursaluna, Ursaring and Teddiursa. I like it. I like how Teddiursa kind of progresses into this much more like vicious beast, I guess. Yeah, I like it. It's kind of cool. Bascule Legion, I love this. I love this. This is an S tier. Just the concept of like all of the souls of Basculin kind of forming an army is cool. It's also such an interesting way to take Basculin as well, because Basculin is like a fairly nothing Pokemon, I guess. Like it's just kind of basic, and they took it and turned it into this like much cooler. Like I love the red as well. I love how the red complements the green. Same thing with the other form as well. How the white complements it. That's really cool. And just how this looks a lot more dangerous, like the sharper teeth. I mean, Basculin does have sharp teeth, but like this just looks more. I don't know, like the spiritual element as well gives it another layer of dangerousness. Yeah, I love it. I just love it aesthetically. I don't really know what it is about it. Like it's very angular, which is cool. It's just a very, very big fish. Sneasler. I love Sneasler. This is an S tier. Like, I don't know. Weavile used to be my favorite Pokemon, believe it or not. So I was so excited when they announced Sneasler, and I instantly just fell in love with it. Like this was my favorite Pokemon for a bit as well. The whole climber thing is a really interesting way to take it. Fighting Poison is an interesting typing. I don't really know why it's fighting Poison, but sure. Diaclaw is an insane move. With 30 or 50% chance to poison, paralyze, or sleep. But it is insane and broken and got a banned. Unburden is a great ability. It can run like acrobatics, sword stance and stuff. Just the aesthetic as well, like the pale blue gives it a kind of like almost like poisony, sickly kind of vibe. But combined with like the purple and red, which make it seem a lot more deadly. I love how tall and lanky it is as well, that's kind of funny. Sneasler, yeah, it's just more Sneasler. Can't go wrong with that. Overquilt, this is another S tier. I love this. It's based on like a sea, like land, it's not a sea landmine, it's like a mine. Hence why it's so spiky and pointy. I don't know, yeah, I love how the white and black contrast each other, that looks so nice. Kind of like a little bits of purple as well, to give that like poison type edge. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a great evolution of Quillfish. Because I always thought the Quillfish was a bit lacking as well. So I like this extra layer that they gave it. I like it a lot. Enamorous. Did I rank the... Yeah, I did rank the Therian form separately. I think that base Enamorous Incarnate gets a C tier. I don't love it. Yeah, I don't like it as much as the other genies, I just think like the thinner body doesn't really work so well. I do like the snake around it though, that's quite cool. I like the concept. I like how they made like a fourth member of that trio. I always thought I needed another. I do like the turtle Enamorous though, this is a beta. I like the kind of weirder designs that the Therian forms took. And the turtle is definitely one of the weirdest. Yeah, Flying Turtle, why not? Flying Fairy is also cool typing. It's good and competitive. Not this form, but the base form is good and competitive. Yeah, I like it. Solid. Yeah, that's all of Galar, I guess. One region to go. This is kind of crazy how small this is as well. We can get through this quite quickly. Yeah, this is a big tier list. It's just gonna get bigger. We're almost done. But yeah, we'll leave it there for now.